there be amongst us compassion and peace.
Salutation to Shri Ganesha. Sakshat Shri Jesus. Sakshat Shri Support all things that are supported. It is you who protect all things that are protected. It is you who are the complete, all-pervading Spirit, God's divine energy. God's divine energy. Think clearly, brain. Speak only the truth. Think clearly, brain. Speak only the truth.
Let your presence awaken in us by Kundalini speed. Let your presence awaken in us by Kundalini. Listen. Let your presence awaken in us by Kundalini. Let your presence awaken in us by Kundalini. Rotate. Let your presence awaken by Kundalini in us, your disciples. Be the disciples. Let your presence awaken by Kundalini in us, your disciples. Be the disciple, your disciples. Be the disciple, your disciples. You are the essence of all the sacred literature and holy words and holy words, and you are the energy that understands the holy words, the holy words. You are the divine combination of complete truth, complete happiness, and complete energy, and you are beyond. You are the knowledge, and you are the use to which the knowledge is put. sun at noon. You are the full moon through all of this and more. You are the all-pervading energy of innocence and wisdom.
You are the divine servant who stoops to wash the feet of saints. You are the tiny core of all things, without which the larger have no purpose. You are the key to the libraries of all the scriptures, without which the truth is hidden. You are the full stop which completes the sentence, and without which the sentence loses its meaning.
You are the crescent moon, and you are the stars, and you are beyond the stars. All things from time below to universe are you. You are the future and beyond the future. You are in all forms. You are where the sounds combine. You are the silence between the sounds. You are the rhythm of all music and prayers. This is the knowledge of Nirmal Ganesha.
Hello, everyone. Good evening and good morning, wherever you all are. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you so much for waiting, and I was waiting as usual for everyone to join the program. And so I see some people, some already joined, and I know that some people already joined from YouTube. And welcome everyone. And again, I'm so excited today to introduce another musicians, actually not musicians today. One couple who are joining to our program today from Greece. And this second time we are going to Greece, actually. If you remember, a long time ago, one of the Sahaja also joined from the Greece. And this beautiful couple, Sahajugi couple, they are individual. They are very professional in their music part. And Sunny and Dima Orlov. Sunny is actually from Greece, and she started Sahaja Yoga in early 1990s, and she is a professional opera singer. And her husband Dima is from Russia, and he is also professional Western singer and composer. So I'm so excited to introduce them right now, and I would like to welcome both of them to in our program, Sunny and Dima. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Jai Shri Mataji, welcome to our program. And so I always would like to say from my heart, thank you so much for joining to our program this early morning. I know it is, you woke up very early. I know Sajogis, they wake up early, but still some needs some effort for this program to get up around 7 right now. I know 7, maybe 20.
Correct.
So, but I know that for all your effort, we always appreciate and welcome to our program, Sunny and Dima.
And thank you for the
Thank you
invitation.
much. It's our pleasure to be here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So we always start first meditation, and after the meditation, of course, we love to listen your divine music, and that it puts us into divine, into more connected to divine, and we get, of course, the joy of the divine with the music. And so after the meditation, we love to hear your experiences, Sahaja experience, absolute achievements, and it always gives joy to each of us, and we learn because every each Sahajugi, when they achieve or when they find any answer within them, that is the absolute truth, because through the Kundalini and through the light of the spirit, we always get the answer, sometimes in different way, but of course the light of the spirit which we all have within us, and we find by experiment, by meditation, and we always look forward to hear those experience. So after the meditation we will have conversations, and after that, of course, between the conversation we always like to hear more music from both of you. And now I would like to hand over to both of you, and that we can start meditation if you all are ready. Okay.
Okay. So can we can make a namaste to our spirit. We can greet Sri Mataji and ask you to be present in our meditation. And today we can start from using our voice, our vocals. Just we will we'll sing some simple sounds. Probably most of you know all the sounds. We will use Indian scale, musical scale, and also we'll try to connect it to ourselves, to our feelings, how it works. So let's first of all raise our Kundalini, the bandhan. So we can start, put all our attention inside. We can use our attention to be present on the top of our head here, and at the same time we can put it in the specific center or channel so that we can see how it works. So we put our attention on our left side, our left channel. For this purpose we can also use we can put our right hand towards Mother Earth. The sound for our left side channel is R. So we can have a deep breath in and out. We're completely relaxed. our attention on top of our head, and at the same time on our left channel. So when we sing this sound ah, we can do it one more time. We can ask Mala Kundalini, please purify our left channel. Please fill our left channel with your presence, with your vibrations. So now we can change our hands. We can put our left hand towards the sky, and we put our attention on our right side. Here we're going to use the sound ooh. So again, we can take a few seconds to have a breathe. And again, we're completely relaxed, with full our pleasure. We're taking sound ooh. You can take it one more time again. And here we can also ask Mother Kundalini, please take away all heat from our right side. Please fill it with your cool vibrations. So now our attention on the center. The sound for the center channel is long, closed sound like Again, we're holding our attention on the top of our head. And at the same time on the central channel. We're taking a small breath in and out. Fully relaxing with inner gratitude and pleasure. We're taking this out. We're holding our both hands on our knees. One more time. Try to keep our attention fully inside. Just observe what we're feeling. And now we're going to spell all these three sounds, one by one. We thank Mala Kundalini for his presence. And now we try to connect our attention to our chakras. We can start from Muladhara. Probably you know that sounds from Muladhara chakra is Sa. We will use the same technique as before, so we're keeping our attention on the top of our head. And as a lower center, which is the first, Muladhara, exactly the same place where we're sitting. So we can sing this Sa. Sorry for my voice, it's still sleeping probably, but okay. So Muladhara chakra is source of innocence, wisdom, auspiciousness. So we try to awake all these beautiful qualities inside. Sa. Sa. Yeah, we can say one more time. So the second step we do, we try to connect it to our Swadhisthana chakra, and the note is Re, the center of pure knowledge, pure desire, and creativity. So we're asking for awakening of all these beautiful qualities within us. So we can start from Sa to Re. Sa, Re. One more time. Sa, Re. One more time, please. Sa, Re. Sa. So we raise our attention to the third center, which is Nabi chakra, placed in the center of our belly, let's say, middle. So the sound is Ga. The center is connected to our inner state. We can feel fully satisfied, fully peaceful, enjoyable state. So we're going like Sa, Re, Ga. Sa, Re, Ga. One more time. Sa, re, ga. Sa, re, ga, sa. So now we are going to the fourth center, which is in our breast, the center of our breast. Here we can can ask for opening our Anahata chakra, the center where resides our spirit. The center of righteousness and fearless. When we can feel our spirit energy and sound, where the center is ma, as a mother, as a mama, very important sound. So we ask Mother, please be present in our Anahata chakra, or heart chakra, we can say. So we start from Muladhara. Sa, re, ga, ma. One more time. Ma, ga, re, sa. One more time. Sa, ma. Ma, sa. We can feel and we can enjoy our spirit. Now we raise our attention towards the Vishuddhi chakra, which is present in our this place, where's our neck. So we're giving attention on the center, at the same time we still holding attention on the top of our head. This beautiful center of our communication, center of sweet tongue in our relationship between each other. So we try to keep this center in a balance, and the sound for the center is pa. So simple breath in and out. Is that from ma to pa? Ma, pa, ma, pa, ma, pa, ma. Whereas our attention towards Agya chakra, which is placed in our forehead, the center, we can put our right hand in order to keep it, hold it like that. Center of forgiveness. When we forgive, we can pass it, and sound Ta is going to help us. We can sing this sound Ta. We can start from Ma. Ma, pa, da. One more time. Ma, pa, da. Da, ma. We try to connect our heart with our brain. And we say, Mother, by your grace, I surrender and I completely forgive everyone and myself. So, and the last sound is Ni. So it's a Sahasrara chakra on the top of our head where we become united with this all-pervading power, and where all our chakras become integrated as one. So sound is Ni. We're going from Ma to Ni. Ma, pa, da, ni. Ni. One more time. Ma, pa, da, ni. Ni, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. So with how Indian scale, Indian sounds connected to our chakras, we can feel it, or probably not so, but it works. I hope you can feel it. So we can stay just one few minutes, not to absorb vibrations, to keep our attention inside. And here we're also asking Mother Kundalini, please, arise and be up, unite us with you, be on our Sahasraras.
Namah Shivaya. Namah
Now slowly we can open our eyes, and with full attention we can raise our Kundalini 3 times and give a band on ourselves 7 times. Thank you so much, Dima. It was a wonderful meditation. You are mute, Dima and Sima.
Yes, yes. It seems to. Can you hear? Can you hear well?
Yes.
Because it seems to be small technical problems we have a little bit with camera.
No worries, no worries. Sorry, we raised our Kundalini. I hope you didn't mind. I understood something happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
I hope you didn't mind. Yeah, because there was some gap, and then I understood something happened, and so we after the music we end the meditation. I hope you didn't mind.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes, of course.
Okay, perfect. It was so wonderful meditation, Dima. I mean, it is always so helpful to using the sound of the chakras and sound of the, of course, the notes, and basically we use the channels of the sound. And how it is so easy to go meditation like that? Since you are a musician, and can you please explain to us how it was so wonderful and easy to go meditate in?
I think for all musicians, it's how to say, we used to be with the sounds, because when we have a sound, we're singing, for example, we become total. So our brain is not working at this moment so much. So we're concentrated, and the sound is like small key which we are opening small boxes, kind of like our chakra system. This is a small trick. Actually, Shimataji used it so many times. She brought always with her on her programs very good speakers, marginalists, soloists. Create this beautiful atmosphere of our brain by this musical trick, soft in air, so and we can easily enjoy. So that's this simple notes can help myself when we are doing programs. It's helping much easier than when we're talking.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is so. As you said, it's so simple to say, but I mean, for us, right? But it's so powerful. Like you say, it's so nice. It is a key of the each of the center, like a little box,
Exactly.
like, right?
What we have learned from Shimataji. Yes, all this knowledge we get from Shimataji.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. I mean, I felt so easily. I mean, I went to into meditation so easily, and I soon after that I felt my Kundalini, my Sahasrara so quickly. As you say, the thoughts are disappear when we were saying each of the sounds of the
And
channel chakras.
we can use our voices without special range of voice. So we can use it even in a more simple way. We don't have to keep the scale exactly. So matter of the sound sa, re, even we don't have such a good tune, for example, or our voice, for example, still sleeping like mine. You know, wake a little bit later.
Yes.
So we can use any way the sounds as we feel. how we. But breathe is the breath is important. We have to feel this presence when we go. It's very slow with sound, very slow. We're enjoying this process, so it helps relax and.
Wow. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. This knowledge. I mean, of course, we have done a few times or several times, but it's always nice to refresh. I mean, to bring this knowledge into our meditation, and it brings us is very easy to meditation when we use this sound. And thank you so much, Dima. So how about Jai Shri Mataji, how about how everyone felt during the meditation? Let's ask everyone. And did everyone also able to feel the vibrations or going into thoughtless very easily by saying this sound of the chakras and the channels? Yes, we would like to hear from you all.
Hello, Jai Shri Mataji. This is Sandeep, and I think I felt very much meditated after you started the sa, re, ga, ma, like all the octave notes. You sent us to such a deep meditation in each. So I was imagining like every time you were telling us like sa means Muladhara, like that. I think how each chakra felt opened up. I think I could relate to that, and it was very interesting because musically, I think in the childhood I did hear sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, and backward too. But today relating that to chakras was very helpful. So really enjoyed the meditation today. Thank you, Jai Shri Mataji.
Thank you, dear Sandeep.
Thank you.
I know for Indian it's very easy because it's inside your
Correct.
culture. It's a part of your culture. So
Correct.
all this knowledge we came from deep knowledge from Indian side, Indian culture.
Yeah, even in like school, they used to that music teacher will come with the harmonium and he'll start playing sa re
Exactly.
ga ma pa. So we all saw that in India, but today relating it to chakra is so beautiful. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sandeep. And there is another message actually in the chat box. The Savin says, beautiful meditation and music. Thank you, Jai Shri Mataji. So thank you, everyone. It's so important to be connected of course, connected with the divine, but also when we share, and it really helps for us where we all are, what state we are in, and so that we can help each other. So thank you for sharing all your thoughts and for your experience. And I think there is one more message. Yes. Hari says, blissful meditation. Thanks, Jai Shri Mataji.
Hey Shanai,
Yes,
one question.
Uh-huh.
So once sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, and we also do hum, lam, sham. So how do they differ? I'm just curious in terms of the humming sound versus these notes. Is there any correlation with them also? I'm just curious.
Like, what is the difference between them, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Between Bija mantra and
yes.
sounds. I think it's a little bit different keys, but it's more, how to say, Bija mantra create more deeper state, more deeper opening,
Okay.
deeper connection. But in reality, it depends how is our chitta, how is our attention. So in musical way, it's for us, it's I mean, who knows Indian culture, Indian music? It's a two different ways for approach.
Okay.
Approaching. But
No,
in general, it
thank
works
you again.
finally from both sides. So if you want to have a more deeper state, or not, it's not even deeper, but it's a little bit different, just different kind of approach.
Okay.
When you work with the petals of chakra, let's say.
I see. No, that's awesome. Thank you.
But one day we can try also the Bija mantras, and
Of
you
course,
can experience the difference. And
next
you
time
will feel it for yourself.
we can make as it is here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Wonderful. So we will wait for another program, definitely. Yes, yes, wonderful. So, I would like to start from Sunny, Dima.
Yes,
Uh,
of course.
yes. So, Sunny, how did you start Sahaj Yoga? You are a professional musician and opera singer. So, what brought you to in spirituality with Sahaj Yoga? So, we would like to hear
Eh,
from you.
Sure. I think music was always the key for me because even before my self-realization, when I was singing or playing music, I could go into a thoughtless awareness state. And I didn't know that this was meditation, but it was, and I could feel that blissful, thoughtless state and full of joy. And, through music and especially through a classical Western composer called Johann Sebastian Bach. Because when I could hear his music, I would just really feel that this is perfect. So this perfection could only come from the divine. And due to music, I really believe that there is God, because it was so perfect and it would make me feel like so blissful and would put me into meditation. But of course, at the time, I didn't know what meditation was. So when I was studying music in England, I was really seeking at that time because I always wanted to study music and perform because I wanted to share this feeling that I would get from singing with the other people around me. And so, at that time, there was another musician who was playing the violin, and he was realized. And I was so inspired by his way of performing. He was always relaxed, joyful. He was never stressed. And one day I asked him, how can you do that? Because everybody looks so stressed when they're performing. And you were so relaxed, joyful. And then he explained, and he gave me my self realization. And a week after I got my self realization, Sri Mataji came to England for a public program. And I went there, and then after the public program, I was just so happy. And I felt really, I found what I was looking for because I could feel so many vibrations. And from then on, I started meditating regularly and really believed in the powers of meditation and Sahaja Yoga.
Yes, yeah, so wonderful, so wonderful. So I know that when I met you very first time, you said that the Kundalini, the power of the Kundalini, how does it work? Like you had a experience at the very beginning of in your Sahaj life when you were performing music and you were getting some, stress or nervous. And so, but something was happening that time before you go to stage or before you perform, and some answer was coming to you. Can you please tell us what was that and how you were able to be in the center in that moment?
Yes, it was very interesting at the beginning because I think for most people, when we get our self-realization at the beginning, we get strong sensations, like indications that increase our faith. And I remember I used to feel lots of vibrations wherever I would go, and at the beginning I was checking, all the time because I could feel on my hands flowing on top of my head. And, I could feel that this energy, the Kundalini, was accompanying me throughout the whole day because I could feel those vibrations everywhere. And, especially when I was like stressed before a lesson or before a performance or whatever, because it was a very competitive environment, the music environment. And I could feel immediately cool vibrations and the Kundalini rising. And I could feel like she was trying to comfort me and protect me and support me. So she was as my friend all the time with me. And that was such a great comfort. And it was an amazing feeling because I knew the others couldn't feel it. I was the only one that was feeling it around me. And it was my secret. It's like a secret friend, a secret weapon. You know what I mean? Weapon in the best
Yes.
possible way.
Uh-huh.
And it was amazing. It
Uh-huh.
was amazing, yeah.
Yes, it's so wonderful, so wonderful. So, and also, of course, we know that, the Kundalini, the Mother Kundalini, who is within us, and she knows each thing, like as real mother, and how she was helping you to bring you into center. And so, what do you say, Sunny, for all of us, for everyone, when we have in any situation, how to come out? Like, for example, from the fear or from the insecurity. And in that moment, what we should do to come out from that condition or from that state?
Yes, I mean, this is the thing that Sri Mataji keeps saying in all her talks, you know, I'm with you all the time. And this is my promise to you. Because once, I don't know if you heard this quote, I mean, the other people in the program, that she gave us a promise. And she said that I'm always going to be with you. Wherever you are, whatever you do, I'm always with you. So what we need to do is basically every day through our meditation to strengthen our connection with our Kundalini, with this power who knows everything about us and who is always willing to protect us and support us no matter what. But the difficulty is for us to surrender everything to her because she's more powerful and she knows everything. So we're in a very difficult situation. We have to always remember that I am not the doer. I am not the doer. So I surrender all my problems, all my difficulties to this energy who I know is going to look after me. And then the problem goes away. But when we fear, she cannot work through us. So that's the thing. In order to get the fear, we have to surrender. And it's not always easy, but it works. We have to surrender to this power. And we will see, you know, we can test and see, does it work?
Yes, yeah. Is there anyone over here that this experience who had it, like when you have any difficulties in your daily life or in any situation? Does anyone there right now to share that, as Sunny said, to experiment? And or you will see it, this power. I'm sure many of you, many of us, we had the same experience in different situations. Who would like to share? Is that the Kundalini, the power of the Mother Kundalini, it works when we put our attention in us?
I think for me, it is where does it not happen? It is happening everywhere. And any problem comes, she solves it. I don't know. She has such a strong presence, and if you think deeply about your problem and trust her, it gets resolved. So I have seen it umpteen number of times. Small things at work, at home front, on logistics, everything works out. So it's a testament. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Thank you, Sandeep. So wonderful. So, Sunny, I know you were telling that your dream was always to touch the spirit, and always you wanted to be reflect of the divine with your music, and you wanted to integrate with the notes and with the culture of the spirit and the culture of the each maybe nationality also with your music. So how do you integrate, or how do you relate it, this music, integrating all kind of music, which is which comes from the spirit or which reflects the divine, all the music and one, like a fusion, right? So how do you relate fusion music and the Sahaja Yoga together? How it integrates all of us?
Yes, that's a very good question. Actually, the whole thing happened spontaneously, you know, because when we came to Sahaja Yoga, we didn't know much about Indian music. But as we started to meditate and listen to performers from India, you know, we started to appreciate and understand the music more. So at the beginning, you know, when I was quite young, I hadn't heard Indian music, just a little bit, but the more I used to go to programs in Sahaja Yoga, the more I would get more familiar with the sounds and the ragas and everything. And so, you know, for me, it was always like obvious that music is related to the divine. So I never wanted to perform music that didn't have something to do with the spirit, some that didn't have, like, let's say, dharma in it, that I didn't want to be a performer who would just present or perform just to show off myself, but I wanted to share this that I was feeling with the others. So that was always my my wish, my aim. And then, you know, when I started meeting Sahaj musicians and also my husband, who is a composer and who knew a lot more about Indian music than me, we spontaneously started, we started with a few bhajans from the Indian tradition. But because I have a classically trained Western voice, we started to combine this. I used to do that before I met my husband, but then when I met him, it became reality because the composer, if you could get all the ideas and put them all together and create this final project, say. But also for me, it's wonderful to integrate different kind of cultures, different art and music from different cultures, because it's so interesting. You know, when, we heard in the first song the voice of this Indian singer. Her name is Anandita Basu, and she's a very powerful, very talented, spirit-oriented performer. You know, it's so joyful to sing with her. And at the beginning, when we decided to do these fusion songs, we were wondering, will it work? Because we have different voices, but it does work, and it shows that if music can get so integrated, the cultures and the people from all over the world can get together so easily and without any problems. You know, we get the best from every culture, from every musical tradition, and we put it together, and then the result is so fresh and so powerful because it has the best of everything.
It's always coming very very spontaneously. You don't expect anything. You just go in process, and it's coming to you because we have different kind of feelings which we get from our colleagues, from our brothers and sisters, Sahaja yoga. Sometimes we expire, and it's coming very spontaneously. So every project is like you can. For myself, I can tell you how it's happening, but it's true that we try to express our spirit. This is a try to reflect all this beauty of different kind of cultures, music and stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
I just want to say that there is always room for improvement, you know,
Of course.
and it's always related to our meditation. So the way we grow spiritually is just the same we grow as musicians or as people, you know, as it goes hand in hand, you know. We're aiming. Okay, we're not there yet, but we are trying, you know.
But it is such a big help for all of us. I mean, as you are a musician, I mean, let's say we always say, I am the pure spirit without any attachment, right? And no nationality, no position or no career. We don't put anything what we are in this life, what role we are in this life. But also when we come here, and it really, we always say, please make me part and the parcel of the whole. And the music, what you have, the fusion music, what you do, fusion music, or any music which you compose, like Dima does it, and it really integrates each culture. And really, I really feel when I listen you both, and of course Anandita Basu and other Sahaja yogis, the music when you do together, and you hear each culture and each the voice of different voice, but it really integrates. Like, I really feel the meaning of this part and the parcel of the whole, and the spirit, and there is no any attachment of the culture and the nationality. And in that point, in that part, when we listen you, it really helps us to be in that state. I really feel like being part of the part and the parcel of the whole with the spirit. And you and the other musicians really have a big role, and I really thank you all that you bring us and you really help us with your music to be in that state.
Thank you very much. Everybody has a very big, important role with their own qualities and beautiful talents. You know, everybody is as special as can be.
Yes. Yeah. So, Dima, what do you say? You are a professional composer, and of course you do, you compose, but also you bring all the music, all the culture in. What state you are in that you bring that? How how you get connect with that? You must be such you must be in such a state that that, let's say, you feel to feel the spirit and to the Vishuddhi and the Virat, everything is in one. It must be within you. What state brings you all those beautiful music to make it?
You know, it's a, how to say, it's very interesting process inside, because we always want to give, you know, we all want to bring something new, things. It's like you cooking, you know, you try different kind of ingredients. Of course, you know, basic, but it's a desire to share, it's a desire to unite. Sometimes things we probably from our mental position, is how we can unite. It's very difficult, but in reality, everything is very easy when you follow your desire of your spirit to become one, to become together, to share, to become part and parcel. Unique state when we feel in meditation and become together. So I think this is the answer, real. But in practical side, it's always different. No, every project is completely different. It's new feelings, it's new experience. So I I couldn't say that it's something like some kind of particular rules, let's say. But okay, of course, we try to keep some kind of general canons here, or general rules for how we work with music. But sometimes it's happened very unexpected, you know, way. But desire is there, desire to unite, to give, to share, to. This, I think this is the answer.
So nice. So Sajid Ananda, that we listen it, and so did you compose this Dima? The music? Did you make? Did you?
But it's starting to compose. You see, it's how to say, all musicians
Uh-huh,
their own colors, things. So I just put it together.
uh-huh.
Okay, melody was there for a long, so we sang it sometimes in our meditation rooms. Sometimes we some bhajan performance in our programs. It came different, but when Sunny and Anita came together, so it became a completely different,
Yes, yes.
different way. Yes,
Uh-huh.
different feeling. So it's a beauty of their reflections. They are, as instruments, they're very rich with voices, with expressions. So it's I don't see my how to say my achievement, great achievement there. So I just put it together. It's not so big deal for me. I don't know how you feel, but it's happened like that. So I didn't do much.
You didn't do much, yeah, but we feel a lot. I mean, we really feel when we listen it, like how we listen this Sachit Ananda. Of course, all the musicians' hands and the heart and their spirit is there. It really puts us into meditation, especially this music. And also, we always listen, I mean, from other Sajukis who explain several times, Sat, Chit, Ananda. And we would like to hear from both of you, or whoever would you like to explain for us? What is Sat, what is Chit, and Ananda?
Sattva, it's a dharma, it's a beauty of ourself. Yeah, it's our goodness, let's say, sat, goodness, state of which is very dharmic, good inside. Yeah, Chit, it's our attention, attention which is connected to this dharma, this state of our righteousness, goodness. So when we connect, when we reach that one, it's our spirit. Ananda, it's an expression of our spirit, is joy. So Satchit Ananda, it's like our fulfillment state. You know, three of all these components. So when we enjoy through our attention, divine dharma inside or outside, it's
A perfect state.
a perfect
Yeah.
state. So when we become witness, we reflect the divinity which is also inside us. So but I guess our Indian brothers and sisters knows it even better how they can explain it many probably better way.
Yeah,
Ask.
uh-huh.
Ask.
Yeah, thank you, Dima. You beautifully explain it. As Dima requested, is anyone would like to add anything about the Sat Chit Ananda?
Please.
Yeah, please. Or I mean, when you are in that state, Sat Chit Ananda, and when you meditate, do you all feel this Anand? Do you all feel the joy? When this absolute knowledge, which is the divine knowledge, is manifesting within you during the meditation. Let's ask like that. Does anyone feel it, this joy of the divine, which is Anand?
I think from my perspective, I think when you are in thoughtless awareness, that's where Sachidanand, which means your pure attention and the joy coming out of pure attention, manifests itself. So if you're really thoughtless, like imagine you are completely in the moment, you're driving or running or playing music or in work or whatever, I think that brings out that real joy. So whenever we say thoughtless awareness, that Sachidanand thing comes out, in my opinion. That beauty of the divine and the joy, it's so beautiful. Like it otherwise minds take over, right? Otherwise these worries and all this, once you are out of that and you are in the moment without any thoughts, that's where I feel Sachidanand experience happens, in my opinion. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you. So is there anyone else would like to share?
I would like to say something.
Yes,
I
please.
think
Yeah, please.
it's not, I mean, what Sandeep described is amazing, it's exactly what it is. But sometimes it's maybe more difficult to experience it when you're meditating alone. But I personally, I would like to say that it's so easy to experience it when yogis are together in a place or in a festive environment or whatever, in a gathering. And when many realized souls are together, you can immediately feel how powerful the Kundalini is, and it spontaneously takes you to that state because you feel so joyful when you are with other Sahaja yogis at the same time. It just happens spontaneously. Your heart opens, you feel so joyful, and it's another state, really. So collectivity also enforces feeling.
Yes, the power of the collectivity, right? Yes, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, thank you, Sunny. But we can pause right now, and we have another music. I believe again, Dima, you compose, I guess, Jago Kundalini Ma, right?
Actually, I could
Yes.
say I just arranged it
You
because
are right.
the
Okay.
basic the idea of this composition was came from Sunny. Sunny dreaming many times about. She explained me
Uh-huh.
what she would like to express this way. So we found it together, all these pieces, all these how the combinations, and when we invite Anandita, it's become even better. So I think it's not again. It's most of the science work
No,
there.
it's a joint.
Oh.
I can say that it's really Shakti work.
No,
It's
no,
not.
no.
It's
It's a
not.
joint project.
Ah.
So
It's a collective project.
when you will hear it, you can understand what I mean.
Everybody put their ideas down, and then Dima brought them all together, and this is it.
Yes, yes. And the rest, we will enjoy it when you are.
That was the purpose of this.
Yes, yes. And we
This,
will definitely.
and this is just a prayer for the Kundalini to wake up in every human being. Jago Kundalini Ma. I mean, I know there are many Indian yogis here, but it means Mother Kundalini, please rise, awaken in me.
Very, very good. Thank you, Sunny. So, how about since Sunny said this is the putting our attention to Kundalini, Mother Kundalini, and so let's try to again to feel this our inner, our Mother Kundalini divine power which we have within us, and by listening, And by putting our attention on our Sasrara, and also let's open our hands also that we can feel it in the same time, the vibrations when the Mother Kundalini is working within us. So I will share the music and enjoy it now. Okay.
Jago, 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 Kundalini Bo. Jago, jago, Kundalini Ma. Sahasrar mein aake, sahasrar mein aake, jo hi rang wahan asma. Jago Kundalini Ma,
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sonia and Dima. It's wonderful music.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It put us again into nice meditation. It's beautiful. So Dima, you were telling me earlier that when you compose and music and basically and of course when you compose the music with a different culture, different notes, and so basically also you compose yourself and integrate yourself. You told me in the very first meeting. And how you related this with Sahaja Yoga and with our chakras and with Mother Kundalini and the spirit?
You know, as we know, all knowledge, as we use it, all knowledge coming from Sri Mataji, we get a lot of knowledge, and we start to experiment with ourselves step by step. So, and it's coming slowly. You know, I like very much when I jumped to Sahaja Yoga when I was young. I was studying music and finished my education, and I was open for. It was also time of changes in Soviet Union at that time, so Russian Federation. So we were very free, you know, open for something new. And Mataji came many times there, so brought musicians, Nirmo Sangit Sarita, performing a lot in many places there. So and we were so interesting. I mean, we're young people, Muslim. Most of them was connecting were connected with music. So uh, uh, Indian music, I think it's open your mind. You know, it make you free bird. And when you have also Western knowledge, so you can easily flow. You know how to fly,
Yes,
so
yes.
move. And of course, it's fusion style. You know, because you can't express you can use Indian music better than Indian, so they're playing fantastically well. So, but our our attention was my attention at least was always to how to bring this beauty, all these colors, instruments, of course, also knowledge of Indian music, and try to use it in a way how we, as much as we can. So, but at the same time to keep your background, your Western background, because it's also has a lot of great tradition like orchestral, symphonic music, classical music is also very rich. So somehow it's happened like that. So by experimenting, sometimes we perform including some instruments. Sometimes we perform just real Indian bhajans. But slowly we get it inside, and it's kind of part of now. This culture is part of mine. I can't say that I'm not related to that. I like very much enjoying it's part of me.
Yes, very nice, beautiful. It's so wonderful. This is the how can we say that? Let's say the musicians, all the artists, of course, when they get their self-realization, the feeling of this God Almighty, the feeling of the Spirit, you all are able to express it with your voice, maybe with your note and with the music. And who are the, I mean, of course, I'm just saying you all are such a beautiful, the music, each musicians who are the realized souls, each artist who are the realized souls. And it's so wonderful to see from our side, or so wonderful to hear from our side, this beauty of the divine into music or into color, in the shape, and when they do it. And we really enjoy it, and it really helps us to be connected with always with the divine and with our spirit. And this is a beautiful blessing that you all are having and that we are all enjoying with that state. What you do it.
You see, it's also important to all who receive this music, who receive, who feeling this music. It's also a very also blessed state, you know, because not everyone can feel it, not everyone can understand. So all of us, we are lucky to create it, to feel it, to enjoy it. So it's a really reflection of our spiritual, I think.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. I agree with you, Dima, because let's say what brings me to my attention right now, like when I listen Qawwali, which is Urdu, right? And when I listen in Bajan, which are sang by the realized souls like Marathi or Hindi. So the language are different, maybe which I never know the meaning of that. But when I listen it, and it just pours the vibrations, and sometimes the tears comes from my eyes because of the joy of the divine, this connection of the joy of the divine. As you said, we all are so lucky to have the feeling. Maybe you express with your art, with your music. Some of us, like me or some others, we express maybe with the tears sometimes,
Exactly.
or with the joy of the smile. Yeah. So we all are feeling the same thing in different way, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Dima, I know that you were telling you were before your self-realization or before you met Sahaja Yoga, when you were so young, 6 or 7 years old, you were already feeling the vibrations. You were feeling the other people.
That's
So, how was it? Yeah, how you were feeling, and then later on, how did you meet Sahaja Yoga?
yes, that's why very interesting for me, because when it was, how to say, it make my way to Sahaja Yoga much easier, because I suddenly I get the same feelings as I felt in my childhood. So it was really interesting when I saw my mother sitting, my mother, my real mother, not real, but biological mother, yes,
Uh-huh.
sitting in front of mother's photo, Shrimataji's photo, and meditating. So I start to try to understand what is happening there.
Hmm.
When my mom gave me a realization, so I immediately feel that, mom, I know all these feelings. It's not something new for me. I already felt it
Wow.
times before when I was small, and I told her. I told her that I'm feeling something, but I can't explain. So what was
Uh-huh.
like at that moment it was that's
Mhm.
all. So, but when I came, I feel it helps me to stay and to feel that it's something very important.
Wonderful.
After my mother, I came to Sahaja. Mother helped me.
So nice. So you had already this, and but after meeting Sahaja, you already and after Sahaja, you start to continue, or you start to know or you start to recognize the vibrations, maybe name of the vibrations or the name of the spirit, and you could able to relate it what it was and what it is. So this is so wonderful. It's so wonderful. And I know that you told me that earlier, before the self-realization, maybe I was in the dream, but now I am in the reality. It is,
Sometimes
huh?
sometimes yes, we get in such kind of state that we can't understand it's reality or it's a dream, but it was
Uh-huh.
like something in between, let's say,
Mhm, mhm,
before I
mhm,
came to Sahaja Yoga.
mhm.
Dream was, from one side, it was like not real, but the feelings of this dream was so strong and so deep that you can say that this is was my reality at that moment.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
Like you're just flying through clouds, and you see suddenly like sun is coming to you, sunshine like
uh-huh,
to embrace you, to hold you. And
uh-huh.
it's such was this joyful state, and
Mhm,
I wake like again. It was very amazing state.
mhm, mhm,
In a few, how to say, let's say, a few weeks, I got my self realization again. Can
mhm,
say again,
uh-huh,
and it was so fast. How to say, so fast. Progression in Sahaja Yoga. We
mhm,
enjoying collective. We were happy to see each other. We were like in different state. Our first, let's say, first years when we used to have big collective. Like many a lot of people there in Saint Petersburg, in Moscow, in Taliat. It was like huge big collective.
mhm,
When we traveling together, it was many miracles happening, many interesting experience. But it was like euphoria. It like. in advance, Mother gave us so much joy, so much blessing that we just cannot accept it. Let's say it was very, very, very interesting, and very funny from the other side. We were young and so happy, but afterwards, you have to work on it. So many people, of course, people left, but many things changed it now. But this is the main point. We have to recognize and we have to follow it. We have to keep it. So I feel I was lucky to have such a feelings before in my childhood. not to lose it, to understand that it's mine.
Yes, yes. So, Dima, how do you apply, or how do you say, like, can we also say like this explanation or description, like we were in the dream and now we are in the reality? What brings us to into reality? Or what was the dream before, like illusions, mayas, the conditions? So how do you relate it? This description with Sahaja Yoga, or with the self-realization, with the Mother Kundalini and the Spirit. We were also all in the dream before the self-realization. Now we are in the reality.
It's interesting things because we are using a lot of our minds, a lot of our expectations. We're planning, so we're expecting something. But reality is different because it's not related sometimes to our plans, to our projection. But at least state when we are in reality, it's always connected to our spirit, always connected to our joy. So in order to recognize it, you have to connect. And you will definitely you recognize it. You feel that this is my reality. This is my true feelings. This is my true situation. So, and I of course, I feel it, I will follow it. I don't know if I answered to your question, but for me, it's a little bit, how to say, complicated to explain. I have some limitation with my language, with my English. So, but
Not
I
at
think
all. We understand, please.
it's important to connect yourself to vibrations, to Kundalini, to meditation. It's to your real state. This is a reality. Other things, as we know, very elusive. Yeah, so we can very easily to fall down to illusion. So it's important to keep connection to the
Keep the
spirit. So
connection.
this is the right path.
With the meditation, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much, Dima. So Sunny, you were telling that earlier, the fusion music, how it integrates everyone and integrates yourself. And but before you start the fusion music, and you got one dream about this, right? So we would love to hear from you.
Well, sometimes we get dreams with Srimataji, and they're so real. We get some messages, some information. And I was in this dream, I was with Srimataji, we were walking, and there were other musicians as well, music groups, and Srimataji was giving them instructions and advice. You should do that, you should do this and that. And I was just listening, and then she looked at me and she said, you should do fusion.
Wow.
And I was just like, and then I woke up and it was just like, okay, but I really loved fusion before, and you do fusion. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I will. Then I started composing, and then of course I got married with Dima, who is a composer and arranger, and this is how it really started taking form and shape. So it was like guidance.
Amazing.
But it's just
Yeah.
beautiful. What I really also enjoy about fusion is that you learn to appreciate everyone's art, everyone's music. It's so joyful. With this appreciation, get even more inspiration and a great bond between artists. And I remember Srimataji was encouraging also this union of the arts and of music. Like in public programs, I remember one day there was a boy who was playing the violin, classical violin, in front of her. And then we had Indian musicians on stage, and she invited that boy, he was like 10 years old, to join the Indian musicians. and
Wow.
he was improvising his own way with his classical violin, and it was so joyful. So I think maybe this is also something that she would like to to see, like, coming,
Mhm. Mhm.
integration.
Yes, yes. Oh, it's all about the integration, right? You had a desire and you saw Shrimataji and then she gave the answer to you. And then, so, oh, because the integration is about that, as you always wanted to express yourself with the reflection of the divine that you want to put into your music. And then, so being like such a beautiful example to become part and the parcel of the whole, and as a musician, as an artist, that you only they can actually make us or express this feeling or this state. And then so you are the chosen one, maybe one of the one that Shrimati told you that this message to you.
No, no, no,
Right?
not chosen one. We're just
one
trying
of the
to.
one of the chosen one, right? Yes.
But it's like I feel each one of us, each human being, yeah, all realized souls, all seekers have beautiful qualities, and with their own way, in
Mhm,
their own way, they're putting something towards
mhm,
a vision of having a better world,
mhm,
united peace and
mhm,
joy.
mhm,
And we are all special. Like, for example, you're a wonderful presenter. You are when you are presenting and when you talk, you emit vibrations, and you spread this in a different way. Everybody through their different types of work. So we and when we are doing it together, because without a presenter we can't have an interview, and without performers or without artists, so without technology, we cannot have this being broadcasted. So everybody is important, and everybody's putting their own little
Effort,
yeah,
submit.
something, and then together we make it work, you
yes.
see. So
Beautiful. Wow. This is the beautiful example of being a humble artist. So wonderful. Yeah, so beautiful. But there is a one beautiful music which is from performed in the Eternal of the Values Theater in Milan, right? With Tim
yes.
Bruce. And it's a beautiful performance, and I would like to share this. And if you, yeah.
You made the research.
So that is my purpose, right? And so, but it's wonderful. And if you all remember, one of the other yogi brother, Tim Bruce, and so he's from England. If you remember, like about 2 years ago, he joined to our meeting, and yeah, so he and Sunny is singing, and it's a beautiful performance, and I would like to share this. And would you like to say anything about this piece, Sunny?
Yes, I don't know which one you chose. Was it the Holy Thursday
Yes.
by William Blake? Okay,
Yes,
so
I will tell you now. I'm
sure.
so sorry. So then I forgot.
No worries, no
Ah,
worries.
the bread of the earth. The bread of the earth.
Yes, but we
Yes.
sang two pieces there. With Tim, it was like Holy Thursday. So Dima,
Holy
he said,
Thursday. Yes.
correct. So Dima composed a circle for orchestral songs for soprano and baritone, inspired by the poetry of William Blake, who was a realist.
Ah.
all all his poems talk about. He was a prophet, Sri Mataji said, and all his poems describe Sahaja Yoga and describe the modern world and everything. So when you read, one reads the poems of William Blake, understands a lot, and especially realization. And both Dima and Tim love William Blake. They have worked. Dima has composed. He composed music from his poems, also Tim. And we were asked when this project was realized by the Theatre of Eternal Values, which is purely Sahaja Yogi artists from all over the world together. And that was also a desire of Srimataji to do this kind of theater and orchestra. And yeah, we perform together, and with him we've been performing together since when I started Sahaja Yoga. For some reason, Srimataji always puts us together to perform, and it's always a pleasure to perform with him because he's a really great artist.
Yes, right, right. So since we are talking about the theater of eternal values, so what was the Srimataji's vision about this gathering? And what year was it? Do you remember why Srimataji wanted to bring all the musicians, all the artists in one place with the music, with the art? What was her purpose? What was her vision?
Okay, from what I heard, because I wasn't part of it from the beginning, but mostly actors were part of it from the beginning. And Victor Vertuni was one of them who started the Theater of Eternal Values with his wife. And so, from what he said one day, maybe I'm not going to say it exactly correct as it was, but from what I remember, he said, he was performing on stage, and I don't know, with a few other performers, and Srimataji invited him, and she said, "Okay, I want you to bring more artists on the stage with you to perform together," something along these lines. And the Theater of Eternal Values started, and he started to invite more artists and people. And my personal feeling when we are together, okay, it's so powerful. I mean, performing in situations with the Theater of Eternal Values was one of the most joyful experiences of my life as an artist, because when you're together with such wonderful artists who have no ego, who have who are supporting each other, and you get that support and that strength and all these vibrations, and then you work together as a unit, guided by the Kundalini, and the more united you are, the more vibrations you feel, and everything happens by its own. And it's so joyful to perform because everybody does their best, because they feel so supported and loved and appreciated for what they can give and offer. It's unique, it's wonderful. And one day I remember Srimataji, after a performance. It wasn't the Theater of Eternal Values then, but it was an orchestra formed by different musicians from all over the world, especially Germans and Austrians. And she said that she really enjoyed the performance. She said it was a divine orchestra, because this is how the orchestra is called, Divine Symphony Orchestra. And she said what she could feel is that everybody was enjoying each other and there was love amongst them. She said in contrast with other professional orchestras, where there is so much ego involved and quarrels and anger, I will play more, you will play less, how it is.
Yes, yes.
She said that's what I enjoyed, and really that's what we feel. And it's so wonderful to be appreciated and supported by other artists, because then you can do your best. It's and the vibrations are very strong when we're together, and you you feel much stronger because you have this support from the other artists and from the divine. So the result more powerful, and I think only together we can spread it. That you have to be together, then we are stronger. And
Yeah, yeah, wonderful. And this all these humble musicians, all the artists, when they come together, so they really bring eternal values in one place, right? This is so
yes.
wonderful. I love this name. And of course, Srimataji chosen this name. So it really, when we think about that, this, because the musicians, all the artists, and as we talked earlier, like you are able to express this absolute connection for the divine with the sound, or with the music, with the instrument, and and it really helps for others, for all of us, to recognize the divine, to first of all to recognize ourselves, which is the spirit, and recognize the supreme power who created us. And the music, the art really helps for all of us, and it brings us, I guess, to feel this eternal values within and without. I feel it. Yeah, it's so beautiful. And okay, so Should I share this performance?
It's whatever you like.
Of course. Okay, with my pleasure. Yes, I will do that. And yeah, please enjoy it. It's about 4 minutes and it's a beautiful performance.
Is this a holy thing to see in a rich and fruitful land? Babes reduced to misery, fed with cold and useless hand.
Is this a holy thing to see in a rich and fruitful land? Babes reduced to misery, fed with cold and useless hand. Is the trembling cry of sorrow? Let it be a song
So beautiful, so nice. Yeah, it's time is already over here, 11, 12 in the night.
Wow.
Time flies so fast. With always it happens same. Whenever new guests are coming to our program or is coming to program, and we always get lost with this joy of the connection. Yeah, so it's it.
Yes, okay. We have our common work. We have our own obligation now.
Dima, I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you. I don't know why.
Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, please be closer. Yeah, maybe I think that is better.
It just time. Yes, so sometimes it's really enjoyable. We want to stay more, but sometimes it's time to say thank you very much from our side. And we have to go to our
Oh, again,
but very
yes, yeah, we heard some, but the rest we couldn't hear well, Dima. I'm sorry. Maybe you do you,
Maybe
yes,
the
yes.
connection was not so good because now more people are using the internet.
Ah,
You know,
I
in
see.
the,
Okay, but I hear your we hear your voice very well. Maybe the microphone is
maybe he can go. Wait, one
a little
second.
closer to you. Yeah.
You have to. Perfect.
Okay, okay. Dima, do you mind to tell us what you were telling? We don't want to miss what you were telling, please. Could you
well,
please repeat again?
nothing special. Nothing special. Just it's a really pleasant time to stay together, to enjoy vibrations.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy,
It,
it's really beautiful time. Yes, to stay in such a joyful meditative state. Yeah, it's
yes,
fantastic.
for all of us. Yes, yes. It's our great pleasure to have you both, actually. And also, as you said, Sunny, we can do another program. We can do. Yes, I didn't forget that. So yeah, is I mean the business just small. I mean the short hours is not enough to share everything.
Of course.
And there are, I had actually so many beautiful other performances, which is composed, many of them by Dima and sang by Sunny. And so for the next program, we'd love to share it.
Okay.
So, yes, that will be so nice. But it's so pleasure to have you all. So pleasure to meet you, both of you. And you give so many tips to all of us with your experience. And of course, with your music, always brings us and brought us into meditation more easily. And we really appreciate it that you joined our program.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for the invitation. We
Thank you for
felt very
invitation. Yeah.
honored
Thank you.
when you called us. It's always our pleasure.
Mhm.
And we wish that these programs continue with a lot of success because they're very beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, we really wish to have you the best, but of course, we would like to again keep in touch, please, with us.
Okay.
And how about we can finish the program with the prayer of the mother that you sang, Sunny. Is it okay?
Thank you. Of
Please.
course. Jai Shri Mataji to everyone.
Jai Shri Mataji, and thank you so much again, and lots of love to you and your family, all the yogis over there.
Yes, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Jai Shri
Thank you, Jeshima.
Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Bye. So, thank you so much for everyone to join to our program, and it is a beautiful prayer that is sang by Sunny and the Mother's Prayer. And so, however you would like to listen, but we would like to request or remind kindly, please put your attention on your Sasrara. You may close your eyes, or you may watch it because it's on the screen and there is a meaning. Of course, you will listen it, but you can read it also, however you feel. The best thing is to put your attention on the sasra that you can feel the vibrations. And again, thank you so much to all of you that you joined to our program. This is our program. that we always be together and we enjoy together and we get connected with the divine. And I really appreciate it for each of one's time and attention and effort. And see you all next week. Jai Shri Mataji.
Our Mother, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day your divine vibrations, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not